Hi and welcome to the latest instalment of TSGL, where you'll find everything simulation for planes, buses, trucks and even trains. TSGL, the Sim Guy Lee. Okay, welcome to a really grey, dull, wet Jersey airport. We're going to be taking this quick flight from here to Birmingham International today. I don't suppose we're going to be able to see much because I think the weather is just as bad in Birmingham as well at the moment. So without further ado, let's just jump inside the aircraft and start getting the power on. I'm going to be using Pilot to ATC. I'm not using the co-pilot today because I've had quite a few issues with that of late, so not going to bother with that. I'm going to be doing it all by myself. So let me get my running order and we'll get the aircraft set up and live. There we go. So cold and dark start. So we're going to get the METAR to start with. So that is currently sitting at, in Jersey we've got 994 pressure. It's scattered at 700, broken at 1400. We've got visibility more than 6 miles, so that's not too bad. 180 degree wind at 23 knots, so that's quite risky, quite blustery, but it's within our means. So let's, first of all, we've got the METAR, let's get the aircraft powered up, shall we? So let's get the external power on. So we'll call the power tug. And I'll just double check that that's on its way. Wait for it to connect. The atmosphere, you can hear the wind, you can see the rain. So that's it, we're connected. We'll get the catering on the go and we'll get the luggage loading and we'll get started on getting power. So external power is available, so that's on. Set the oxygen crew, or crew for oxygen supply. We'll get the ADIRs aligned. That's 3 ADIRs, that takes about 8 minutes, 7-8 minutes. Get the nav lights on, no smoking signs. We'll get those set to auto. Packs flow to norm. Turn the fuel pumps on. And turn the batteries on. Turn on the avionics, and that's nice to see my panel on my desk light up with all the information. It's great. And let's do the engine fire tests. So engine 1, engine 2, APU. Okay, so turn on the APU master, wait 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, engine APU start. That's the overhead started up at the moment, so let's move down to our instrument panel. Let's get that a little bit brighter. We don't need it too bright at the moment. Got a switching panel. Let's have a check. The anti-skid is on, switching panel is norm. Give a little bit of brightness to the E-cam. And as you can see up here, ADIR's align in about 7 minutes. That's not too bad. And we'll get the thrusts are idle. Engine mode selector is normal. Parking brakes are on. Transponder is at standby. Barrow ref, what did I say the barrow ref was for Jersey? 990. That's low pressure. And this is mimicking the weather outside my window at the moment. So 990, and we'll set both flight directors on, which they are. Set the range to 40, and we'll set our initial altitude to 5,000. And that's the initial cold and dark setup. Next we're going to do the MCDU. So let's go down there, and we'll pull in the AOC menu, and we'll get our initial, load that from SimBrief. There we go. So we got EGJJ, which is Jersey, to EGBB. We've got an estimated flight time of 54 minutes. Fuel on board 9.5, which I'm sure is going to change. And it's 14:14. We're an hour ahead of that at the moment. Currently 15:15 in the UK. So now we're going to do the back to the AOC menu. Weight and balance. Let's load the fuel. Okay. Load the fuel, next page. Let's get the request for the amount of people that are boarding. There we go. So now we've got our payload. We've got that, so now we can bring in the stairs and we can start the boarding process. Okay, so we can see how many people are coming on board. So now we're going to do the init page, and we're going to get the request for that. So flight number, our alternative is Manchester. Okay. Flight level 2900, which is what we've got in our flight plan, and I'm just going to make sure that the temperature, so we reckon minus 37, minus 42, so we'll go slash minus 37. Change that. A tropo is 39762. So 39762 is our tropo, and so I've got that. Now let's set up our departure. So we're going from depart runway 26 and we are going via the Benix 5A. Insert that. I know that we usually have a discontinuity. There we go, between Benix and Akiki. So let's just clear that discontinuity and let's do our arrival into Birmingham. So it's 15 ILS at runway 15. We're coming in via the Hemel 1B arrival star and no vias. These take us all over the place, these vias here, so we're going to have no vias and get air traffic control to vector us in. There we go. So Hemel 1B, insert that. Okay, what we need to do now is just quickly step through the flight plan. We've got two. Oh, there we go. We can't see it, so we'll move our vantage point, move out, and we'll step through. So straight out. There was a discontinuity there, so I've got rid of that and linked that up now. Over northeast France, over the English Channel, over Southampton and the southern coast, pick up Hemel, Welling, Leighton Buzzard, Hemel, Leighton Buzzard, Welling, Pushback, and then we come in through here and round and up here. Once we get to about here, we'll get vectored up past here and then back on to line up on our approach. So that looks perfect. So happy with that. Init B page. Init B page. Let's populate that. We've got 4.92 or 4.9 is our trip. Trip wind, just do that, is a tail of 41. Wow, we're gonna fly along. Tail of 41. There we go. So our threshold, let's do our performance. So that's about right, 1200. Flaps 1. This is definitely a toga takeoff from this one. Transition is 5,000 feet. And we'll calculate our VR, V1, VR, and V2. There we go. And that's it. Flight plan is set up in the MCDU. Now we need to do the information and log the flight plan with air traffic control. So if you bear with me one moment, we're going on 2615, that's right. So I'm going to start loading up my air traffic control. Unfortunately you can't see this bit, But I'm using Pilot to ATC, so we're going to import from EGJJ, and I'm going to insert our flight plan, which is from SimBrief to EGBB, and we'll import that. Okay, and we'll do the SID, which is runway 26 via the Benny 1 transition, or SID departure, so we'll load that. Okay, we'll do our star, which is currently runway 15. We're setting the arrival as the Hemel 1B, transition via Hemel, load that, and our approach is going to be runway 15 ILS, and we're going to set vectors to C115. So we'll load that. Okay, let us connect now to air traffic control, and hopefully it will log us into the 80s. No, it hasn't logged into 80s. So frequency 80s 134.67. We should get 80s.
Jersey Information Yankee 1350 Zulu, winds are 180 at 23 knots gusting to 30 knots. Visibility 6 miles. 700 scattered. 1400 broken. Temperature 17, dew point 16. Current QNH is 990. Arriving and departing runway 26. Jersey Information Yankee 1350 Zulu, winds are 180 at 23 knots gusting to 30 knots.
Okay, so that confirms the information I've got from my METAR system or my app on my iPad. So let's validate and file. So we've now got the flight plan validated and filed with air traffic control. So that's ready for when we're ready to clear. Let us start thinking about getting clearance. We're set to flight 2900. Excellent. Let's see if we can get. Let's see if I've got tuned into the right frequency to get air traffic control clearance. EZY64 November Tango, ready to copy IFR clearance.
EZY64 November Tango, contact ground on 121.9. Enjoy your afternoon.
Oh, it's 121.9, so it's on ground. Okay, so we'll do that. I was on the wrong frequency. Not to worry. We'll try that again. 121.9. Okay. EZY64 November Tango, ready to copy IFR clearance. And now they don't understand me. Contact ground, yeah. Okay, here we go. EZY64 November Tango, ready to copy IFR clearance. I have no idea why this is not doing it. Ground 121.9. EZY64 November Tango, ready to copy IFR clearance. No, it is not saying it, is it? I'm sure this is the wrong frequency. Oh, request copy IFR clearance. Let's say it.
EZY64 November Tango ready to copy IFR clearance.
EZY64 November Tango is cleared to Echo Golf Bravo Bravo, climb via the Benny 5A departure, with the BNX transition, then as filed. Expect departure runway 26. Climb to flight level 110 via the departure. Expect higher clearances 7 minutes after departure. Squawk 4061.
EZY64 November Tango is cleared to Echo Golf Bravo Bravo, climb via the BENI 5A departure, with a BNX transition, then as filed. Climb to flight level 110 via the departure. Expect higher clearances 7 minutes after departure. Squawk 4061.
Okay,
EZY64 November Tango read back correct. QNH is 990, let us know when you're ready for pushback.
QNH is 990 EZY64 November Tango.
Okay, so eventually we've got it to recognise what I needed. I'm sure I'm going to have to go through the Microsoft speech recognition setup again to get it to understand me. But anyway, we've got our flight plan set, we've got it filed, and we've got approval. So the next thing we need to do is, have we finished loading passengers? So let's have a look at 5 and we've got them in. Let's have a look at the doors. All doors are closed. Let's have a look, make sure the stairs have retracted. Yes. Okay, so we've now got all the passengers on board. We're going to be getting ready to push back and engine start. So we've got the departure clearance. Let's make sure the APU is active and APU bleed is on. Okay, and we'll set let's see if we can get clearance from our air traffic control for the pushback. Let's see if it'll understand us again this time. EZY64 November Tango, ready for pushback and engine start.
EZY64 November Tango pushback and engine start approved.
Pushback and engine start approved. EZY64 November Tango.
Right, so now we've got the pushback approved. Now we can turn on the beacon lights. We've started pushback helper, which I use to do the pushback at the moment because I'm not using the co-pilot. We'll set the transponder to auto and we'll call the tug. And then tug should be on. Yep. Okay, let's get ready to rumble. Let's release the parking brake and start the pushback. starting engine number 2. Go, starting up. Oh, it's a murky, miserable day, isn't it? Hence the reason this is definitely a IFR flight today. Right, starting engine 1. So engine 2 was stable. Start engine 1. Stop the pushback, brakes on, and send the tug away. Right, what we need to do now is we just need to start this timer to run. Right, engine 1 is now stable. Mode selector to neutral. Set parking brakes, we're on. Cockpit door locked, let's lock the cockpit door. Turn the APU bleed off now. Turn the APU off. We can arm the ground spoilers. Rudder trim to 0. Flaps to 1. Set our pitch trim to, I think it says 30. So I need to have a look at this flight control. We're looking at the pitch trim here at 0.3. 0.3 down. There we go, 0.3 down. No, not 0.4, 0.3 down. Set our ECAM. We're happy with that. Right, that's it. Now we'll contact ATC to get our clearance. But in the meantime, first of all, what we need to do is we need to put windscreen wipers on, because we've got this rain. Okay, let's get our taxi clearance, shall we? EZY64 November Tango, request taxi to runway 26. EZY64 November Tango, request taxi to runway 26.
EZY64 November Tango, taxi to runway 26 via taxiways Alpha, hold short runway 26.
Taxi to runway 26 via taxiways Alpha, hold short runway 26, EZY64 November Tango.
Okay, so we can Now taxi. So let's do a flight control check. So flight controls check. So full down, full up, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudders, full left, full right, neutral. That's good for me. Let's make sure we've got our taxi lights on. Good, set that to taxi. Release the parking brake. And start to taxi. Take it nice and slow. Laptop is my Navigraph charts.
If you like this video, hit me with a like, subscribe to be notified of new content, or leave a comment below.
Difficult to see, isn't it? Well, we're on taxiway Alpha. Let's put those up onto fast. Seem to clear the windscreen very well, does it? So this is the stop point for taxiway F, but we're going carrying on. To the next stop point.
EZY64 November Tango contact tower on 119.45, have a good afternoon.
Tower on 119.45 EZY64 November Tango.
Oh, it looks like it stopped raining, so it's eased off, the rain has eased off, so we can stop the windscreen wipers going. So this is the runway hold. Parking brakes on. I'm gonna pick up my SID so I can see where I'm going. Basically straight out and straight ahead. So let's bring up my checklist again. So we stopped at the hole, set the parking brake, check the fire controls, done that, check the rudder, yeah, done that. Turn on the weather radar, that's going to be important, isn't it? So we'll turn on the weather radar, we'll turn on the predictive wind shear. Check responder, and we've got the correct squawk code. Auto brakes to max. Make sure that they're set. Yep. Ding the cabin crew.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Do the ECAM. Takeoff config. Turn on the terrain radar. Oh, that's not working in the experimental. Need to turn that back to arc for our departure. Next thing we need to do is do them checks, brake temperatures. All doors are closed. Conditions, APUs off. Bleed is on. Pressures are electrics. Okay. Next we will get, just going to wait for a bit to get takeoff clearance, so bear with me for a minute. Oh, it started raining again. I haven't got a co-pilot, so that side can stand. Right, let's see if we can get takeoff clearance. EZY64 November Tango, ready for departure, runway 26.
EZY64 November Tango winds are 180 at 21 knots, cleared for takeoff, runway 26.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 26 EZY64 November Tango.
Okay, so we've got takeoff clearance. We can now finish our pre-flight checks. So we can turn the taxi lights off and put the takeoff lights on. Strobe on. Auto. Put the wings on. We can set the transponder to on. And we definitely need this out. TARA. Turn the packs off. And we'll line up for takeoff. Brakes off. Lovely weather. Thankfully you got lights to follow. Taxi lights, runway lights. So we're coming onto the runway. Okay, let's start the chrono. Okay, let's turn those off. Advance to N1 to 50%. Takeoff, thrust, set, toga set. Knots coming up, level off. Rotate. Positive climb, gear up. S speed, flaps 10. Climb thrust set. (1,000 above). Autopilot on. Packs on.
EZY64 November Tango, contact Brest Center on 120.15. Have a good afternoon.
Center on 120.15 EZY64 November Tango. Center EZY64 November Tango climbing to flight level 110.
EZY64 November Tango, good afternoon. Radar contact.
Right, let's disarm the spoiler. Auto brake disarm. And we should level off at 5,000 until which we need to maintain until we go through Kennick. For some reason my sim is not communicating with Simlink is not communicating with Navigraph charts. So let's load Navigraph charts again. Or is it my PC that's gone? It's going back up now. So bring back up that. So we're at 5,000 feet. We're on our way to Perch and do a left-hand turn to Lusset at 5,000 feet, and then we can start climbing to our pre-assigned climb level of 110. Still raining outside, nothing to see I'm afraid. Might be something when we get up above the clouds hopefully. So this is our left turn at Perch. And then we climb to 1100. So Lusset is 7 kilometres away, nautical miles. So then we can do our climb. Once we start climbing, we can set the barometer to standard. Because we're right on that cusp at the moment of the transition at 5,000 feet. So let's set 1100, ready for when we cross the threshold at Lusset. ATC will probably tell us to climb anyway. Go. Start our climb to 1100. We've gone through 5,000, so we can set ROF to standard. Okay. And then it's just follow ATC to the climb at 29,000, and that's it. Turn the landing lights off at 10. start figuring out what we're going to do when we get to Birmingham. Thick black cloud. So I'm coming up to 10,000 feet now. Go 10,000. So landing lights or takeoff light. Yeah, landing lights can come off. Get it? They can come off.
EZY64 November Tango slow to 250 knots or less.
Wilco EZY64 November Tango.
EZY64 November Tango climb and maintain flight level 170.
Climb and maintain flight level 170 EZY64 November Tango.
There wasn't a constraint of 250 knots there, was there? No. Got a little bit of turbulence. I'm going to leave the seatbelt signs on at the moment. So we're over northern France already. What I need to do is start setting up Birmingham, because it's only a short flight. But we'll look at the Hemel arrival. Flight level 2200. We need to be at Hemel. So let's do that. And our approach is runway 15. We'll pin that as well. Okay.
EZY64 November Tango contact London Control on 118.47. Enjoy your evening.
Center on 118.47 EZY64 November Tango. Center EZY64 November Tango climbing to flight level 170.
EZY64 November Tango, good evening. Radar contact.
So we're now under London Control. So everything is now set up. The lights are off. The only thing I'm leaving on is the seatbelt sign. Let me just check the outside temperature at the moment. It's only -4, so we don't need anti-ice on just yet. And if I bring up my air traffic control, I can see that we've got about 35 minutes before we actually arrive at Birmingham. Our top of descent is in 98 nautical miles, so about 14 minutes, so we're still climbing. Should get cleared to 22 summit, 23, then 27 for a short amount of time. do hope that pilot to ATC, FS crew can sort out the little bugs that they've got with the new fly-by-wire version, because it was quite good, but I did start getting some very strange quirks and things triggering off when they shouldn't trigger off, so that's why I've taken the decision on this flight not to do it. Okay, so we're over the English Channel now. We're going to take a left turn, head for Blighty. I know this is not brilliant viewing at the moment, because you say you can't see anything, but hey, you can't control the weather. You can't, you know, if you want to do a flight at a certain time, I'm using live weather, so this is what it's like now. I could have chosen to, you know, to do it in fictitious weather, but that's not quite the challenge then, is it? Some people will say, well, this part of the flight is not challenging anyway because of the, you know, it's on autopilot. But
EZY64 November Tango, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Climb and maintain flight level 230 EZY64 November Tango.
And yes, you can use the mouse to scroll over here, but when you've got turbulence like this, trying to click on that and turn it, it does become sometimes impossible. So thankfully I've got my control panel in front of me, and I set a lot of things via that, including later on when we get vectored in. I will be able to change the heading that ATC assigned to me from my panel as well. So yeah, as you can see, we've been buffeted quite a bit at the moment, so yeah, definitely leave the seat belts on at the moment. Don't want passengers walking around. Let me start thinking about my approach briefing at Birmingham. Let me get the latest METAR. Okay, it's not too bad at the moment. We've got good visibility now. It's light rain in Birmingham, but very low pressure. So start putting in the approach next phase. Right, our QNH is 988. That's quite low. Temperature of 12. We've got a magnitude of 160 at 5 knots. So that's not too bad. It's not massive wind. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. And I'm going to play safe and use no. Bring it in on the autopilot, I think. Okay, so that's the initial setup. When we pass Honolulu, we'll manually activate the approach phase because because I'm not following the full star, it doesn't pass over the decel. In fact, I don't think there's a decel on here. Ooh, some broken cloud, yay! So we might be able to release the passengers for a little bit, so let's just turn the seatbelt signs off for a little bit. It should be alright now. We might need to use the bathroom. So believe it or not, we're just about to pass the Isle of Wight. Unfortunately, we can't see it. It's taken us quite a bit of time to do our climb. I would have thought we'd have been at cruise altitude by now, but I don't even think we're going to make it.
EZY64 November Tango climb and maintain flight level 290.
Climb and maintain flight level 290 EZY64 November Tango.
Okay, what I'm going to do is
EZY64 November Tango, expect the Hem1 Bravo arrival with the Hemel transition for the ILS approach to runway 15 at Birmingham. After that, clear direct Hemel.
Expect the Hem1 Bravo arrival with the Hemel transition for the ILS approach to runway 15 after avant cleared direct Hemel.
I'm actually going to increase my vertical speed because I need to get that climb quicker. So we're just crossing over the Solent. Pass with Portsmouth on our left and Chichester on our right. Not that we can see it, which is a shame. Birmingham at the moment, we might be able to see something when we get down there. I just love this transition. These volumetric clouds effects on MS Flight Sim is superb. Turn these up a bit. might just about get to our top of climb before we start our top of descent. Top of descent is in less than 2 minutes. Finally above the cloud. Lovely blue skies up here. So I think literally we are just going to hit our top of climb before they tell us to descend to 2200.
EZY64 November Tango descend to cross Hemel at flight level 220, then descend via the Hem 1 Bravo arrival with the Hemel transition to 2,500 feet. QNH is 9088 at Birmingham.
Will cross Hemel at flight level 220, then descend via the Hem 1 Bravo arrival with Hemel transition to 2,500 feet. QNH is 9088 EZY64 November Tango.
Cruising altitude. And we're now going to go down to 2200. What I want to do is I want to bring that down at 270 knots. So we've just transferred some fuel from one tank to another. So Hemel is currently 33 nautical miles. That means we're going to do it in about 3 minutes 55. So I'm just looking up the latest METAR to make sure nothing has changed. I think the wind speed has picked up a little bit, so 5. Go back here, got 9880, yep. 160, now it's now 180. 6 knots. Temperature's still the same, so it's picking up a little bit. So that's the latest METAR that we've got. So we're on our descent. set the standby METAR to 988. Our approach briefing. Okay, so the next thing we need to do now is we'll level off at Hemel at 2200 and then we'll start our descent in down to 2500. As long as we are no higher than 9,000 feet at holiday. But we have to manage our speed at Pushback and make sure that we're at 250 knots. Managed to make our target of Hemel at flight level 220, so we are within what they've said as guided. Once we turn through Hemel and start heading towards Leighton Buzzard, we'll set our descent to 2,500, which is what we need to be to capture the ILS at Birmingham runway 15. So we're doing our turn now. Leighton Buzzard is the next waypoint. Set descent to 2,500 feet. Got plenty of time to do. Got plenty of time to get down to that. So I will wait until we level off before engaging that. Start open descent. At this point we're going to be going through the clouds, so I'm putting the seatbelt signs back on. And I'm watching on Navigraph charts the progress as we come in on the star. As we turn out of Welling, we'll get the speed down to 250 and then we can put it back into managed speed. And then we just follow the star now. We are actually on the actual arrival pattern. This is where you do need to be able to understand IFR flying, because as you can see, there's nothing to see. It's just a grey screen in front of us, absolutely nothing. So we are definitely only flying on instruments. Flight time so far is just coming up to 33 minutes. Turn the brightness down on these gauges now because it's quite dark. We don't need them to be quite as bright as that. And as you can see, if I zoom in on there, we've got a constraint of 250 at Pushback, so that's fine. We can get down at 20 nautical miles when we turn from Welling. Four and a half thousand feet to go, and we'll turn the landing lights on. To be quite honest, when we get down to there, we do need to be at 250 when we get down to 10,000 feet. So I'm actually going to start reducing the speed now to 250 because it needs to be that at 10,000 feet. Not just Pushback. It needs to. When we hit 10,000 feet, we need to be at 250 knots. So we'll set it down to target 250 now. Going to take our left turn here at Welling to be Pushback. And as long as we're at 9,000 feet or below at Honolulu, we're fine. Which, looking at this now, we're going to be absolutely fine to hit.
EZY64 November Tango contact Birmingham approach on 123.97, enjoy.
Approach on 123.97 EZY64 November Tango.
Right, there we go. We're now looking at approach.
Approach EZY64 November Tango descending to 2,500 feet.
EZY64 November Tango, good afternoon. Radar contact. Continue descent via the Hem1 Bravo arrival. For the ILS approach to runway 15 at Birmingham.
Continue descent via the Hem1 Bravo arrival. For the ILS approach to runway 15 EZY64 November Tango.
Going to put the landing lights on now. Lights are on. We're at 250 knots. There's Birmingham here. And here comes the rain again. It's a wonderful effect off the windows. Down a bit. soon as air traffic control start to give us vectors, we'll put it onto the approach phase so that we can start getting ready. And they should start doing that just after Honolulu, I believe. Set a medium auto brake. Set on the spoilers. Standard, we've gone through our transition phase and we need 988. Still 988. Yep, 988. Nothing else has changed, so that's locked in now. So next waypoint is Honolulu. See the buffeting. Okay, we're at
2,500.
we're at 2,500. Okay, there we go. Level off there. Should be able to put speed in manage mode now, because that will target what we're at below 10,000 feet, 250. We're approaching Honolulu, and I think round about here we'll start getting vectored across. So we can make the landing. To heading mode. So left turn to Honolulu. Turn the landing system on. And put this into approach.
EZY64 November Tango turn right heading 319 vectors to the ILS approach for runway 15 at Birmingham, maintain 2,500 feet.
Heading 319er vectors to the ILS approach for runway 15, maintain 2,500 feet, EZY64 November Tango.
EZY64 November Tango, turn right heading 319er.
Heading 319er, EZY64 November Tango.
Right, time to put this into approach phase. Activate approach, confirm approach. We're in managed mode speed, managed speed mode. Everything's managed now apart from the direction. For some reason it is, yeah, it has picked it up now on my dashboard. So we start looking now for 210. And we'll start looking at deploying flaps.
EZY64 November Tango, turn right heading 334.
Heading 334, EZY64 November Tango.
So they are now definitely vectoring us in. We're going to come up and round and down, but I think we fly past here a little bit to come back. But we're in managed reduction mode. As you can see, you can't fly VFR doing this because you just, as I say, there's nothing to see. And it's literally monitor the instruments. So our eCamp now has just come up with things that we need to do. We need to get the flaps down, so let's do flaps 1. Flaps 1. We've got flaps 2 coming up soon. Let's ding the cabin.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
So get the flight attendants ready for landing. As you can see, we're going past it now. And we'll vector round and back on it. So
EZY64 November Tango, turn left heading 319er.
Heading 319er, EZY64 November Tango.
EZY64 November Tango, turn right heading 063.
Heading 063, EZY64 November Tango.
EZY64 November Tango, heading is 063.
Yep, heading 063, yeah, okay. So we're now turning round to try and line up on the ILS approach.
EZY64 November Tango, cleared for ILS to runway 15, fly heading 122 to intercept final.
cleared for ILS approach to runway 15 fly heading 122 EZY64 November Tango.
Definitely starting to line up on the approach.
EZY64 November Tango QNH is 988
So,
at Birmingham, contact tower on
localizer is on.
118.3. Have a good afternoon.
Flaps
QNH is
2.
988 tower on 118.3 EZY64 November Tango. Tower EZY64 November Tango inbound for ILS approach runway 15.
EZY64 November Tango, good afternoon. Radar contact. Continue ILS to runway 15, call when established on final.
Continue ILS to runway 15 will call when established on final EZY64 November Tango.
So we're lining up on the runway with the localizer. We're going to go flaps 3, landing gear down. Localizer captured. Landing gear 3 green. As you can see, nothing. So this is definitely a auto landing for me today. Okay, glide slope is about to be captured. Approach phase. Glide slope blue. Glide slope locked. Autopilot 2. Flaps 4. Sit back and relax, gentlemen. And we'll call the established. EZY64 November Tango established on final.
EZY64 November Tango winds are 180 at 6 knots, cleared to land runway 15.
So this is auto landing. Where's the runway? I've no idea, but we're locked onto it. All I have to do is manage the throttle when we land, reverse thrust and brake. Once we come to a stop off the runway, we'll put the windscreen wipers on, because we're definitely going to need them, I think. And this is perfect weather for the auto landing, because as I say, I have no idea where the runway is. And a half minutes, and he said 54-minute flight, so yeah, it's pretty good. According to my METAR, it breaks up at 700. My METAR says this is IFR landing only. So it should start to break up pretty soon. 300. Get ready with the reverse thrust and 500. I can't even see any.
400.
Oh, I'm just about to see something moving on the ground up below us.
300.
Land. Here we go, the runway lights, look at
200.
that.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
EZY64 November Tango exit runway when able.
70 knots, thrusters off. Autopilot off, flight directors off. Flaps retracted. And we'll exit here. And that is Autoland, which you can do in the experimental version of the Airbus A320 done by FlyByWire. Works an absolute treat. Okay, active runway vacated. Let's just stop here. Brakes on. Let's, after landing, so retract the spoilers. We can taxi light on, landing lights, retract it, come on, retract. So fiddly. Okay, APU bleed start, master on, start. Happy with that. Now try and locate our parking bay. That's off. Parking brakes on. Strobe light off. Beacon off. Wings off. APU bleed on. Seat belts off. Call the jetway. Engines off. Turn them off, it doesn't matter that we stood still. Stop that from running. Exactly 60 minutes. Get the passengers off. Turn the transponder off. Turn the floor pumps off. Turn the batteries off because we're on external power and bleed. Send the jetway away. And finish shutting down the aircraft. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry it wasn't the most picturesque flight, but it just goes to show in Flight Sim 2020 you can fly with real weather, and that is exactly what the weather is like at the moment. And with the new FlyByWire A320NX you can do a perfect auto landing, providing the airport that you're landing at has got Cat 3 ILS capabilities. So until the next time, enjoy yourself, and do leave a comment below. Bye bye for now.
If you like this video, hit me with a like, subscribe to be notified of new content, or leave a comment below.